Hi there, Joka here from A Pocket Full of Happiness, and in this video I'm going to show you a few new die sets. First of all, the Emojis die set. As you can see, there's a lot of small parts to this one, but I will show you each and every one how to use them. So that's what we start with, but I will be using some other new sets in this video as well. So I die cut all the little parts, and by the time you see this, they are all kind of prepared in a way that, for example, I'm using several layers. Those are all glued together already, just so that I have a lot less pieces here to work with. And I decided to, first of all, to go with non-traditional colors. And by that, I mean that it's not yellow and red and white and brown, like for the emojis. I don't know if I regret this decision. I mean, I love these colors, but somehow, I don't know, there's something about those yellow emojis that is just so typical. I don't know. I should have maybe done that. But on the packaging of this die set, they are in yellow, and I'm actually just going ahead and recreate the exact same layout that is on the packaging as an example. You can, of course, get creative and do some different faces with all the pieces, probably some sad ones as well if you want, but I went ahead this time and just created something that makes you smile, and happy, probably because, I don't know, I kind of needed it, these last few months have not been all that great. Thinking for a lot of us. So anyway, sorry that I keep thinking. I haven't seen the videos in weeks, so I'm trying to remember what I was doing. This one here, you can use that big open mouth with a tongue, but you can probably just use it without. The white part in the mouth is supposed to be the teeth. Now, sometimes I wonder if I layered everything the way they make sense. Like, for example, the teeth maybe could have had added dimension to them. But okay, I mean, hopefully these small details are not that very important. This one has a hand in front of her mouth, like, now I don't remember the word I'm looking for. I will come back to that once I remember. Now this one is a kissy face. I think I have a couple of different size hearts in this set. You can see on that emoji that I already prepared, where I used the eye, or the heart for the eye. You could use that one as well if this particular heart was too big. And then you can use the eyes or these kind of eyes. You can place them differently. Then there's some teardrops that I guess, in my case, it's a laughing emoji, but you could probably use it for a sad face as well. And then I'll add some like really tiny pieces of double-sided foam adhesive for the tears. Again, just for some dimension. Now, sunglasses, because that is a must. I'm obsessed with sunglasses, so that had to happen. Now, these parts, these little ovals are for the face, you know, like a blush sort of thing. But I guess you could also use them for eyes, and then it's a different shape eyes. And I have two hands, so I have both, like a pair of hands, and in this case this is like a hugging emoji, but you can place the hands elsewhere as well to just, you know, get creative. The emoji don't even have to exist, just create your own. And again, I'm adding a little bit of foam tape to this one. And once I'm done with all of these, I just want to create kind of like a grid type of design on my card. Of course, what I did not quite think of was that some of these emojis have like the hands or whatever is not within the circle, so the grid will be a little bit crooked, but you will see what I mean at the end. I wasn't so keen on it. You know, recovering perfectionist here. I already mentioned that before. I don't know if I mentioned, by the way, that I have two little circle dies in the set, just so that you don't have to die cut so many one by one if you want to create a lot of emojis. Of course, you can also, probably everybody has circle dies in their stash, so you could probably just use these faces on a little bit of a different size circles as well, or even squares maybe. I don't have, actually I don't think I have square dies, but maybe that would be fun as well. Anyway, now my card here is 5 by 7 inches, and I also added a little bit smaller like a center from a different color cardstock, and you will see, because of the second from the top on the left, that emoji, and also in the middle with the hands, it makes it a little bit difficult to, of course, I want to just line up the circles, but that will create less space in between the one that's below it, and so it's gonna look a little bit odd, I think. So now I'm going to glue down all of them, and I added some foam tape to raise them, or you could just use liquid glue or a variation to make it a bit more fun. And then all I will do is add a simple sentiment, but at first I wasn't even sure where I could place it, where it would make not sense, but you know, where it would look best. I just couldn't decide on this, so I'm actually setting it aside for now, and then we'll come back to it later. For my second card, which is just 4¼ by 5½ inches, I'm using 4 emojis, and this is another new die set, or Happy Day. It's just letters, and that you can create that sentiment with, but I am not using the O, just Happy Day, but I have no idea how to how to arrange this card, to be honest. So I'm just trying to play with it and try a bunch of different things. I'm not sure I ended up selecting the right one, or the one that looks better or best, but at some point I just had to settle on something. And as you see, you could use 2 different A's. You can use the A in a different position, or the P There's two different P's, or you could also use the P as a D, just to get a little bit more out of the same set or different looks, you know. So I went ahead with this like a wonky type of arrangement. Yeah, I hope it fits the style of the card, you know. And then actually, I don't really remember why I only used one type of emoji. Maybe I just didn't want to think about the faces that much when I was die cutting. I'm not sure. Okay, another die set, the jumbo emoji. This is fun because it's actually really fast to put together, because it's all big pieces and not a lot of pieces. So it comes with two different hearts, because the heart eyes are different. But the stars, there's a version where you can create the eyes from, or with the use of stars. There's only one star die, I mean, because you can just double cut that, but the hearts had to be different. So I am gluing everything down. As you can see, there is a die for the whole mouth, but they will fall apart. So you have to use that to die cut it from different colors for the teeth, for the lips, for the tongue. You will see. And then I created a bottom layer that I will add the color to now, so that it's sturdy, and I probably will use foam tape, but it would already be dimensional this way as well. And also it's kind of a guide for me where to glue my pieces. And I'm adding a few layers of the white teeth so that they stand out from the inside of the mouth, you know. And then also my circle I die cut several times, and that's it. That is already done. It's really fast. And again, I use the same color combination as on my small emojis, but I think it would be fun from yellow as well. Okay, so I think I will create another card which is smaller in size, because this one is 5 by 7 inch, so that you see what it looks like on a smaller card front. And I am using the smile sentiment that is also included in this set. And I die cut it from different colors. I didn't really know what I want to do with it at this point. I just knew that I wanted to use it on this big card because there's plenty of space for it. And in fact, I die cut it from, again. And in this case, I did not use colorful letters, but instead the background on that full stitch die or rectangle is colored. And then in the end, I just went with a very straightforward look, not wonky or anything. And this is going to be the smaller size card, the A2 size. And here you can see I am creating the heart, not the heart, the star eye version. And the stars are the same. They are created with the same die, and you see that they really didn't need any different die for this. And the mouth is created from different colors as before, or than before, but the same color combo as throughout the whole video. And I'm trying to figure out how to place that head. And what I wanted to create is kind of like I wanted to use all the letters that I die cut before, right? I die cut the smile sentiment from two different cardstocks, and I didn't want to waste either of them, so I just layered them up, creating a little bit of shadow with the darker color. And I'm pretty sure that I added some white cardstock behind it as well, just to make it sturdier. And then I'm trying to figure out where I want to place this, but I had the idea that I wanted to curve it, the sentiment, along the line of the lines of the emoji, but I didn't know if I wanted to have it in the middle or, you know, a little bit crooked. So I'm always just trying while working on it. I always have some idea what I want to do, but then I always end up doing something else. I'm sure most of you are like that too. It just doesn't always look like, or the end result doesn't look like it did in your mind, I guess. So just to add something extra, because this is, yeah, you know, white background is not so my jam, but actually now that I'm looking at it, it would have totally been fine. But I pulled out some of my glitter enamel dots in matching colors. This is the aubergine, the peach, and the raspberry sets. And I'm adding some fun dots because, you know, I love enamel dots. And it's so funny because most of them, I only have 10 different colors, but I guess they are really all my favorites because most of the time they fit my projects. One or two or more fit the projects that I'm working on, like here as well. Now this one is also a new set. It's a sentiment set called Congratulations, and there's two different they are basically the same font that spell congratulations, but they are different size. This is the larger one, and I am creating a panel with it that I want to add on top of an A2 size card. And as you can see, I die cut the letters from different colors. In fact, for each row, I used a different color, and I already layered it with white cardstock, so you will see that the letters stand out. Now this eraser, I don't know what the name of it is, but it erases glue residue. So I love using it on my projects these days. Unfortunately, this press and seal, especially I guess if it's set aside for a longer time, like in my case, it leaves a bit of a sticky residue, so I remove it with that eraser, but it actually really works well, and it does not damage my paper. That's important. And as you can see, a very simple white background and just 3 of the same emojis in different colors, and then the congratulations text, and this card is done. And then I'm gonna go back to the first card and finally attach that sentiment. I'm using, I think I even need 2 layers of foam tape so that the sentiment can be flush with the hands. And it looks busy there, I will admit that, but I did not feel like that sentiment looked good in any other spot on that card. So I'm now trying to fill up those empty looking spaces with some enamel dots in the same 3 colors as before. So at the top you see all that empty space. I thought that the sentiment would be perfect there, but it just, I don't think it looked good. I didn't like it, which is why I'm trying to add all these enamel dots. I'm sure that it's some of you find this busy, but you can just skip that. Okay, so then my cards are done. I hope you like them. I hope I could give you some ideas with all these sets. And yeah, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope you check out all the other videos as well that are dropping on the channel today. Thanks again. Have a great day. Bye bye.